Hey there, this is Rashonda. It is early in the morning, as you can probably tell. It's very early in the morning, and I've already gotten my kids off to school. And I came to the park just to sit for a few minutes, just to kind of get my thoughts together. It's been so much going on lately. I'm sure most of us probably feel that way. But I think it's very important for us to know ourselves and know like when we need a breather, when we need to pull back from everything and just sit still. I think a lot of times we underestimate the power in being still because it's in that moment where, you're fully aware of every situation, of everything that's going on in your life, but you are making the decision, an intentional decision to sit still and to just gather your thoughts and allow God to come in and direct your path. Now, just to let you know, I'm I'm at the park. And so you may hear some other people voices. I'm sure you can hear the cars. That I'm sitting right next to a four-way stop. So you'll probably be able to hear some traffic, and there is some construction going on behind me in the distance a little bit. So just letting you know that you may hear those things, but I am just going to keep going. That's what you do. You just keep going. So yeah, I'm out here at the park. Just wanted to sit and just breathe in the fresh air, enjoy the water, enjoy the breeze, and then I'm going to go home and get my day started. But the one reason why I wanted to come on is because I just wanted to share with you and remind you the power in being still. Life is busy, absolutely crazy, and sometimes just chaotic. And yeah, there are lots of things about our life and about situations and circumstances that we have no control over. But a lot of it, we have control over by way of how we respond. So, how you respond to the chaos, how you respond to the demanding schedules and the expectations that people have, how you respond to it. And I think a great response to it is the stillness, because in stillness, you get a chance to just think through all the different thoughts that you're having, all of your fears, if you're having any fear, if you're experiencing fear, your frustrations, all these different types of things, even the things that have worked well for you. You get a chance to sit back and just evaluate the past couple of days or evaluate the past month. You get a chance to separate those feelings, those emotions, and just pray through it, think through it, talk yourself through it. But when you're always busy, when you're always on the go, when you're always doing something for yourself or either for other people, when you're always working, when you're always just in the car, going here, going there, and a lot of times we're doing so many things, or we believe that we are doing so many things at once. We're driving and we're having conversations, and sometimes people are reading, doing makeup. People are doing so much at one time. Have you ever seen a person that was at the stoplight doing their makeup and talking on the phone and supposedly driving all at the same time? Like, we have normalized complete chaos and stillness. Stillness is the perfect response to that. I want to make sure y'all can hear me, so I'm going to hold this up closer because there's a lot, I do recognize there's a lot going on around me. But stillness is the perfect response to all of this. And you have to fight for it because people are going to try to continue to pull you in this direction, pull you in that direction, and make you feel like you got to do this. You got to be there. You can't miss this. You're not going to come. You're not going to come. Stop. Be still. Be still. Be still. Calm yourself. Allow your nervous system to regulate itself. A lot of us get so overstimulated and then we're just out of equilibrium with ourselves. Now, I use the word overstimulated. I have a special needs child, so that's a word that I've heard a lot. I use it a lot. But when I say overstimulated, I just mean your nervous system, you're just hyped up. Everything is so active. Things are overactive. And you need a moment to become regulated. So it could be several different conversations going on at one time. You're trying to check your email. Someone's calling, someone's knocking on the door. You had like three or four thoughts come in your mind, like, oh, I forgot that. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I'm supposed to be leaving right now. Where are my shoes? Where are my keys? Like, we cannot operate well in that mind frame all the time, in that state all the time. And so many of us are in that state all the time. Yes, and I'm perfectly aware there are some things that we cannot control, but there's a lot of it that we can. And stillness will allow you to sit and think about these things and allow God to inject a strategy on the inside of you to help you so that the next time that moment happens, you don't lose it or you don't let other people decide what you should be doing or what you ought to do about a thing. You have to have time to think these things through, and stillness is a perfect solution to all the chaos. We have to be extremely intentional about who's steering the ship, who's running the show, who's in charge. Now we know who should be in charge, but who should be in charge and who's actually making the decisions is two totally different things. And you need to get somewhere and just be still. Don't be afraid to turn your phone off. Don't be afraid to switch your phone to do not disturb. They'll be okay. They'll be fine. Just make sure that the main people in your life, I guess the most vulnerable or the people that may need you most, let them know I'm taking 45 minutes and I'll be back. But let people know what you need. And you need stillness. You need time to think. You might even need time to cry. Like, do you know that a good cry will allow you to feel so refreshed? Just the fact that you released it. Sometimes you have to have a good cry first, and then you're able to shift to whatever it is that you should be doing. But I knew that I needed this today. I knew that I needed this today. You can't see it on the camera, but I got my journal, I got my water, and I got my Bible. And, I'm not going to stay out here a really long time because I do have to, of course, we're all on a schedule, but schedule stillness in your day. It's early in the morning, and I wish you could see there are so many people out here just walking. I'm sure they have to go to work. I'm sure they have things to do, but they are very intentional about getting that time in because they know what they need to have a productive day. So I just want to encourage you, just sit still, write, read, journal, allow God to inject solutions, ideas, innovation, peace, and those gentle reminders that God is always there. Allow God to put those things on the inside of you before you just hit the ground running and start doing all these different things. Give God the freshness. Give God the first fresh new, awakened part of you. Don't give God your leftovers. I hope that you just realize the power of being still. All right, so I had to end up changing locations because my phone died. I thought I had enough to record that video, but I didn't. Um, but just remember what I said: stillness. There's power in being still. There's power in stopping and pulling away from the cares and the responsibilities of the day and letting God impart wisdom and strategy on the inside of you. You may think that you are making a lot of progress because you're constantly busy and getting things done and you hustling, you grinding and you doing stuff, but without strategy, none of it matters. You may be actually physically moving, but you're not making much progress. You need strategy. You need stillness. Nothing can replace the power in stillness. Nothing can replace that. And you are giving God the opportunity to come in and direct your path, your thoughts, telling you when to be quiet, when to speak, when to go, when to move, when to go faster, when to slow down, when to stop, when to pivot, when to exit. Only God knows those things. And you will get those answers, those solutions, those strategies in your stillness. So don't forget to be still. Don't forget to be still. It's important and it matters. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.